Hi yogis, it's Jenny again. So here for our next tutorial in the Hot 26 sequence. So our next posture is hands to feet pose or Padahastasana. And we left off in our last one, so we're always going to come to Padahastasana from half moon series. So from here, we just got done with our half moon side to side, and then from our back bend as well. And then what we're going to have everybody do from here is just come into your forward fold. And you always want to make sure you're initiating your forward fold from your hip creases. So you can even take your fingers, place them in the hip creases here so you kind of feel where that's at. Because we always want to come down with a flat spine here. What we're trying to avoid is just that forward folding where we just kind of fold around the low back. So we want that nice long spine, hinging at the hip creases, and feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to, also to protect your low back. As you bring yourselves down, keeping the biceps down keeping the biceps up by the ears, and then coming all the way down. Once you do reach the bottom, then again, we always encourage you to walk the legs out, moving one knee then the other, just getting into the joints here, even taking a nice deep squat to help neutralize the spine and hips. From our deep squat then, we're gonna keep the belly glued to the front of the thighs. So you really wanna create that compression with the belly attached to the legs here. And what that's gonna do too is just gonna help ensure that you keep a nice long spine and no rounding in the back when your belly comes off of the front of the legs. So creating that compression, that connection here. From here, then we're gonna wrap the forearms back around our calf muscles, stepping heels into our hands. We always encourage you to do a little half lift to find, again, some more length and space in the spine. And then on our exhale breath, we start to lift the hips up towards the sky. So with every inhale, we lengthen, we create space. With every exhale, we're starting to lift the hips. And that action of lifting the hips is what's going to start to straighten the legs. So from here, some things to think about in your posture. Weight should be forward and to the front of the feet. Relaxing the head. Belly's glued to the front of the thighs. Our elbows are reaching or pointing towards the back wall. And our head is nice and relaxed here, bringing the shoulders away from the ears. And don't forget also, every day is a little bit different with this posture. At least I know it is for me and my body. Some days I'm more flexible and my hips go a little higher. Some days I have to keep my knees really bent and stay a little bit lower. So honor where you're at. Take your time, never rushing, always working with the breath. And then once you're finished, coming out the same way you went in. So biceps back by the ears, bend the knees flat back, bring yourselves all the way back up, and then arms to your sides. And that is hands to feet pose, Padahastasana.